inch freshman, and he's a piece of work. They're gonna have to work with him.
See a piece of project.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I do need to go get this tonight.
I don't know. I know it's about Monday, but
Queen of
I'll
punctuality.
just bring him tomorrow, I guess. I don't know what we're doing.
Let's see what's going on.
Punctuality, Kendra. I didn't say early.
Listen, I've been friends with Tara for way too long. She's late for everything.
Yeah.
I really need her to be somewhere. I tell her 30 minutes before. And she's still 20 minutes late.
She probably has figured out your trick.
She's never. In fact, she'll say, I'm on my way. And then I find out, I'm like, from where? Greenwood? And I'm thinking it's, 6 minutes later from our house. It's from somewhere else.
Okay, we will go ahead and call the meeting to order if you're ready.
I'm ready.
It's 4:01, we'll call the meeting to order. The first thing on the agenda is the October minutes. Anyone have any comments, questions?
If not, I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor of approving the October minutes as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the October minutes have been approved, so we can move on to the October claims, which were emailed to you.
Let's see those real quick.
If no one has questions, I'll make a motion to accept the October claims as presented.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Way to go, Art. Got in there fast. All in favor of approving the October claims as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. The claims have been approved. The October 2211 and 25039 are next on the agenda. Any questions, comments, suggestions? Motions?
I'll make a motion that we accept the 2211 2503-9 as approved. As presented.
Thank you.
I'll second that one.
Thank you. All in favor of approving the 2211 25039, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so we can move on to updates.
Pickleball courts, they are completed, so we now have 4 courts at Geyser. I'll touch base on the program we have coming up with that, but yeah, everything is up and going and they look great.
I do.
You enjoying them? Mm-hmm. Yes.
Any questions on pickleball courts, comments?
No, but that's exciting. Good job.
Thank you. Next up, item B is our 5310 bus grant completion. We all know it's a long process. Want to give kudos out to Allie for really working her tail off on getting everything finalized. I kind of made that her baby since she's the one that drives it.
Well done. Well done.
So we've got the approval letter from NDOT, so we are good for 3 years.
How old is the bus?
It is a 2018.
2018. Okay.
Next, item C is our soccer fields. As you can see, our soccer fields need some work. We've bought grass seed. Seems like we're just throwing our money away. So Bob Witt, which his kids play in tournaments, comes out, hey, your ball diamonds look great. What do you do different to them than what you do soccer fields? I said, we don't play as much on the ball fields as we do as the soccer fields are used. He said, I could see that. So to make a long story short, we had a soil sample made. He came back and told us basically what we're doing on there is we're wasting money putting grass seed on it because we're using a contractual grass seed, which is used more or less along like roadways to where if they tear up dirt, they put that, it's low traffic area. This stuff that he sells, it's around $100 a bag. But what it does is it finds the open spots for instance, in like a golf course, this is golf course seed. This is stuff that will find the open spots in the dirt and will fill itself in. Instead of once it's wore down like this, it won't grow back. This will just keep growing back. So that's what we're looking at. Basically, for what he's got is, we'll cover about 8 acres. So that will cover all of our soccer field area. Total cost for this project's around $3,300. But now's the time to do it. If we wait much longer, it won't cure by the time we get ready for the spring leagues. So, looking for approval to spend the $33,0816 for our total cost to do all the soccer fields out at Freeman.
This is his product?
This is the company he works for, yes.
And do you believe what he's telling you about how reliable it is?
I do. Actually, I've talked to the guy at the Greenbelt, and he uses Bob. And he said, Chad, it's unbelievable because we used to do the same thing you did. So I'm hoping that we have the results like they do at the golf courses.
Do we think it'll be like an annual expense, or does anyone have any way to know? Like, will this just become kind of a
Once
routine
you
thing?
get this particular grass grown, we already have the A+ that does the
Uh-huh. Yeah, I got fertilizer. or
fertilizing
whatever.
and all that.
Mhm.
And so I've actually talked with A+ and Bob, and they're like, what you're putting down is great for this product. So, I mean, it works what we're paying for already for fertilization.
Can I see the pictures?
Yeah.
I walked right out without my phone charger. Yikes.
So those are all the bare spots.
And is
So
that like, are those like in the middle of the fields?
middle, goal line, I mean, everywhere. It's,
It
and
looked just a little bit rough.
yeah.
I'll make a motion to buy Chad's fancy grass seed.
So that'll basically be the seed, the fertilizer, and what they call a moisture magnet. The moisture magnet is because we don't have any type of irrigation out there. So this moisture magnet will help keep water in the soil to let that stuff grow. Like I said, this fertilizer here, the $23 a bag, is the initial use, and then we'll continue doing what A+ is already doing to keep the fields looking good.
Great,
I'll second Bethany's motion.
thank you. All in favor of, fixing the soccer fields with this, let us know.
Aye.
Say aye.
Aye. No, it's not. You're the
Aye.
president.
Any opposed? Okay, please do that.
Thank you. Next item is the camera quotes. Last meeting, it was requested that we get quotes for all the different facilities. Spoke with NITEC. I do have all those quotes. Emily is out, but I believe Tracy got them loaded on the Google Drive. We did Shields Park, Geyser Park, Casting Park, Freeman Field, Kessler, and then I also had them do the city pool just to see, give us a price of what it would look like. It'd have cameras at all facilities. Shields Park came in, basically needed a new hard drive for that one, where would you be using the existing cameras. So that came in at a little under $4,000. Geyser Park came in a little under $4,000, same scenario. We would continue using those cameras, new hard drive. Casting Park was around $5,000 because we have basically nothing there currently that even works. The camera system that we have there was bought in 2016 from Deputy Electronics. The old supervisor at that time is the one that installed it, so it's really not even a commercial style. It's more of a residential, and it's just, there's
Can I ask a
nothing good
question?
about it.
What's the price difference between us putting new hard drives in the old systems and us buying new ones, from like that we've done at Casting, West Side and Kessler?
Okay,
Quote.
so you're looking at about, the cameras, I believe, are around, I think, $375 a piece. So if we wanted to add cameras, which there's nothing wrong with the current cameras. The cameras that we have at Shields and Geyser, that was the $20,000 system that was purchased back in like 2019. So the cameras are still good.
Okay,
They
so our
will-
total for all of those is $16,660. Where are we taking it from?
Well, did I add up wrong? Cause I totaled up 24,000.
The cameras, they'll work, it'll look just as good on your screen if we use old cameras and the new hard drive. Looks the same.
Okay.
So what's wrong with the hard drives is you can't play back. So unless someone's actually sitting in the room, which there never is, unless it's break time, you know, they won't see anything that's happening.
And the new stuff records, we can go
They
back and
record,
look.
we can go
If
back,
someone says, I was there at
like-
noon last Tuesday,
It's 7 to 13 days.
Uh-huh.
So it's like this one's a 12 terabyte storage. So once that 12 terabyte gets full, then it, 2 weeks ago, it's going to start recording over that. You know, if it lasts up to 7 to 10 days, just like West Side is right now, I mean, if we can't find something
well, and in that time, someone should be
time span,
reporting an issue.
right.
Does it, does it record continuously or only when there's motion?
It records continuously, but when there's motion detected, it will make another alarm and it sets it off in another file. So now I've got, it's red and green. That's how I explain it. So if I go up to do a playback, there's red and green. Green's a little bit of motion, red is a lot of activity. So then I can go back and do a quick smart search. And like if I know something happened at the south side of the splash pad, I can do a smart search by highlighting that area and hit play, and it'll go through everything real quick until it gets to that activity instead of me having to sit there and watch second by second by second.
Nice.
So it's a very nice system. Did I add wrong, Kendra?
No, I did.
Okay.
I didn't see there, I only had 4, so I only had instead of there's like when I opened it on my phone, I only saw the 4.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't
there's
scroll down
actually
to see
six
Yeah.
locations.
So yes, it's $24,670. So where are we taking it from?
Probably those balances you just,
Yep.
motion to approve.
Just a thought, instead of pulling it all from one account, could we split it?
Sure.
Take half from tournament fund, half from 2211?
Can we? Are you asking us? I don't know. Can we?
I mean, I
They're
think
not
it's whatever.
earmarked for different things.
I mean, I think it's whatever we decide to allow, and I assume that,
We have tournaments at Freeman Casting and sometimes Kessler and sometimes Shields, but why don't we take our tournament fields that we want to put the cameras on, or tournament locations, pull that from our 2503-9 and the other facilities from 2211. Basically 3 facilities coming from the
So
23.
we're sitting at almost $30-some thousand more in this fund over last year at the same time.
and which
So-
one?
No, 2503.
2503. So yeah, I think that if you want to split it out of both, then I would say you're fine.
Are you, since you're pointing the difference out, are you recommending that we pull it out?
No, I'll do whatever he wants to do. I'm just saying that, like, I realize it sounds like it's a high spend, but we're also sitting
Right.
higher than what we have been over this time last year.
And with that being said, I did have a complaint sent to us by email. I actually got it this morning. It was an individual that was concerned about our I'll just basically read it to you. Hope all is well. I have a big concern about vandalism at our city parks. So many places we visit have security cameras in place to capture events in public spaces. In my mind, it is less cost to put a security camera in than to clean up after damages have been done. However, I'm not an expert on this topic. I'm just a concerned citizen who is bothered when people of any age get by without punishment or vandalism. How is being passive raising good citizens? Please respond with your thoughts and actions in this matter. We enjoy our parks and we want to ensure they are here for future generations.
I got multiple messages that said that the way that it read in the newspaper that I was highly against cameras. And
So basically, I sent back a reply. I just let them know that we understand how troubling this issue is. As our parks are meant to be safe and welcoming spaces for everyone in our community, we take incidents of vandalism very seriously and are actively working to address them. Here are some steps that we have been taking as a Parks Department. Increased monitoring. We are collaborating with local law enforcement and have requested additional patrols in our parks. Community partnerships. We're working with local organizations and residents to promote community stewardship and encourage reporting of suspicious activities. Preventative measures. We're currently exploring the installation of better security cameras and other deterrents to prevent future incidents. Repair and restoration. Our team is prioritizing repairs to damaged areas to restore the parks as quickly as possible when these incidents occur. So we also encourage citizens to be our partners in protecting these shared spaces. If you witness vandalism or notice any damage, please report it as soon as possible. Your input is invaluable in maintaining the beauty and safety of our parks. Thank you again for your concern and support. Together we can ensure that our parks remain spaces where everyone can enjoy their natural beauty and recreation opportunities. That was my reply.
Nice job.
Well done.
Oh shoot.
So I guess I'll make a motion that we, the $24,670 spend on the cameras, for which fund you take it out of is up to you. It doesn't matter. I mean, from a spend wise, either one of them have plenty of money in them.
I'll second.
Just out of curiosity, because I didn't, if we've talked about this, I've forgotten, but can we transfer money between these funds?
Not 2211 and 2503.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm fine with taking it out of tournament funding. I mean, Tracy, do you, as
Yeah.
program director,
I
do you
think,
think?
yeah. I think that's a great idea.
I think
Especially
we're
with the
fine.
whole thing at Casting
Uh-huh.
and Freeman. I mean, I think that they both host tournaments. And like you said, Shields and Kessler occasionally, but Casting and Freeman are big tournament. So, I mean, it makes sense that if something
It
were to
shows
happen
that we're
there,
spending
we
the
would.
money that we take in for tournaments
for
wisely
sure.
and putting it back in the facility
Yeah.
that we're
I don't
using.
think
so.
anyone's gonna complain about buying cameras. Although I'll
Well,
probably find a way. The cameras at each park, did they show you like a diagram of, like, how many can we expect at this park? Is it gonna be like the entirety surveilled?
There's still gonna be some
Like blind
areas
spots?
that you can't see totally. I mean, unless you just put a camera on every, and adding poles, and then you're getting into,
Not to mention, we have 40-year-old, 50-year-old trees that are
Right.
huge also.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And that included the pool, which has never
that
had
included the
cameras
pool, just
before.
never had cameras,
Yeah.
which I think is great
Uh-huh.
to have.
Did they put like a warranty package or anything in that big old number?
There's a three-year warranty on equipment, 5-year warranty on any type of installation issues. So like if there's cut wire, stuff like that, then
Covered.
Paul is great to work with NITEC. I mean,
What's his last name again?
Borden,
That's right.
and thank you, Kendra, for turning this on.
Yeah, well done.
We've used him, I know that, I've used him at Schwartz Pharma for years and years and got him in at Toyota, and he does all the work up there, so they're good.
And what's nice is, so all of these, once they're installed, basically one app.
Mm-hmm.
I can pull them right up on my phone anytime, so playback.
well,
So we have a first and a second on the table.
yeah, there's a motion. Well, I wanted to restate the motion to accept that we spend the whatever amount you said
24,670.
from both of those funds, depending at their discretion.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the motion on the table. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, please buy us some cameras.
Well done. I'm really
Who
excited about
seconded
this.
that? Bethany, did you second it?
Art.
Art, thank you.
Chad, is your cameras hooked into the police department?
The old ones used to be, the ones that we had from Dahlman Security, but it was only Geyser and Shields. These will not be, but I can share the link now to this app. So like if they wanted to put this app on the desktop at the police station, their dispatch, then they could pull them up from there if need be.
At the schools, we hooked them all to the police department. So the policeman can get on there, he knows where the shooter's at, and, tells the resource officer,
Did you get yours through NITEC?
pardon?
Who's your camera systems through?
I'm not sure now, we've changed, but, I was amazed how the thing worked. You just sitting there, you're watching things, and they're watching things, and then, well, I'll tell you what happened to me that day, that guy, killed his, foreman at Cummins. I was at the middle school, I think, and, within about a minute and 20 seconds, here come this guy, all armed, helmet, everything. And he said, he stood by the door and he said, anybody tries to get in, I'm gonna shoot him. And I thought that was pretty quick.
Power to
You
the
know
people.
that? Minute 24 seconds.
Yeah.
It's quick.
But see, they're all hooked together. They got radios and screens. And,
Can't outrun the
I don't
radio.
know, down the road, I don't know what it would cost.
And I could talk with Paul there at NITEC, that it may be a possibility that there's a way of doing that.
And that might be good to watch these, parks.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's sitting over there, they're monitoring the cameras for a few minutes, and here the kid comes on, starts tearing things up. I think that would help us maybe on the vandalism. But you might check with him,
Okay.
bring it back, see what he says.
Did we get a notification system? How did you get that email this morning? Is it just to
It
your?
just came to my email. So like if you get on the city page, my
Yeah.
email is
Go ahead.
public knowledge.
Got you. I was thinking of the see something, say something, do this. Like dedicated.
Oh, it's on the city website.
Yeah, we have.
No, I know. But remember we talked about
Yeah.
it to hang up out in the parks if you,
QR codes.
yeah, or just a dedicated phone number or an email or something. Yeah, go ahead. We've talked about that 19 times.
Okay. So I will get them started on the camera installations. Next item E, concrete at Westside Park. So around the splash pad, we do have a shower that turns on for them to rinse off and things like that. I guess it's kind of a poor design on our part to begin with, but when the shower runs, it makes a mud spot. So basically, I'm having Mr. Hubbard and his trades class come in and expand the sidewalk out to where it's a good wash-off area. So that's basically what they're doing right now. And then they're also going to be extending the sidewalk from the current sidewalk over to the shelter house. We have several individuals that need to be able to access that area better. So instead of being charged for 3 yards of concrete and not using it, we're going to put it to use and extend the sidewalk over. So you'll be seeing a little bit of construction stuff going on at Westside Park.
And they can do that in the upcoming cold weather.
Mm-hmm. They're probably pouring this week. They formed it all up and everything last week. So I believe that's it on the updates, unless anyone has any questions.
Speaker, that's why it keeps happening.
Before you move on, we didn't get a slip to sign for the approval of the minutes.
She won right after the meeting.
Well,
Emily's not here, so
yeah, I just don't want us to.
yeah, nobody leave until we get signatures, please. Also, Kerry is out today, possibly maybe tomorrow. He's having a slight procedure done, so he'd be out for at least today, possibly tomorrow. Emily is sick, be out today and tomorrow. So we're kind of short-staffed.
Right.
No incidents. Yay. On to program and league updates. We did have a Veterans Memorial program at Geyser Park. I went to it. It was a very good program. Counting the kids and all, probably 150-ish people there on site. But basically why we put this on there is ran into a lot of individuals there that, didn't know about the BRIC program or wasn't for sure how to request information on it. So after the program was there, I sat there on my cell phone and pulled up different names so they could find their loved ones or their family members that were there, and they just thought that was the greatest thing ever. So basically, anyone that's interested in the brick can contact us here at the Parks Department. Single brick's $85, double brick is $125. That basically covers the cost of the brick, so, we're not making any money off of it, and I promise you that. We took this straight from the Veterans Memorial Association when we took ownership of it, so same information.
When we're looking for social media content, maybe throw that back out into the world, like the brick program, maybe even with a picture, so they can see what they're getting.
Yep.
Everybody has a low content week, right?
Yeah. Ally, you want to cover B?
The Christmas wreath class was this past Friday at Jubilee. We had 17 people sign up, and it was a lot of fun. You want me to keep going, or are you going to do it? Or?
I'll cover the pickleball.
Okay.
Next one is the pickleball tournament. So we had a couple individuals, one mainly, come to us and said, hey, you've got 4 courts, I want to run a tournament. We're like, perfect. Tell us what we're not pickleball enthusiasts like you are, so tell us what you want. He basically came in and met with Tracy and I a couple different times. He came up with a date.
Who's he?
John Andrews.
Andrew.
John Andrew. Yes, sorry, not plural. We basically, our expenses is going to be a few medals and some outdoor balls.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
So this will have a doubles men tournament, a doubles women tournament, and a doubles mixed tournament. And that'll take place on Saturday, and then Sunday we'll have what they call a round robin, if anyone signs up for that. But basically it was $35 to join the tournament, but if you want to play in more than one, so like if you and I want to play in the mixed, it's only going to cost me $10 more. So we kept it very reasonable. A lot of places are anywhere from $45 to $55, and I told him I wasn't in it to make money. We want to break even, let people enjoy it, have fun, and go that route. So we're going to try to keep our tournaments down low to where more people are interested in playing and things like that. So that's going to be the 23rd and 24th of November. Santa Tour. Santa Tour will take place December 2nd through the 6th, starting at 5 o'clock. That's where Santa will be arriving on the fire truck each night and going through downtown. Santa Claus is coming to town. This will be at the Santa House, correct, Tracy?
Yes.
Santa House hours will be Saturday, December 7th from 11 to 1, Tuesday, December 10th from 6 to 7:30, the 14th from 11 to 1, the 17th from 6 to 7:30, and the 19th from 6 to 7:30. So we've added a couple dates this year from previous years.
And Santa House is at Crossroads.
Yes, at Crossroads Park.
Santa was able to fit us more into his schedule.
He was happy to do it. I told him the kids.
They know this, so I didn't.
Should have told me. Milk and Cookies with Santa will be Thursday, December 12th from 6 to 7:30, and that will be at the community center. And our Christmas parade of lights and fireworks. The parade is Saturday, December 21st. We're asking anyone that has signed up to be in line by 5 o'clock. The parade will start promptly at 5:30 at the Seymour High School parking lot. And then immediately following the parade will be the fireworks at Crossroads Park. We'll have all the entries must be illuminated by Christmas lights. We've got 5 categories that we're giving trophies out to. Do you know the categories?
One's best walker, best vehicle, best big truck, so like a garbage truck or a semi or wreck or anything of that.
Best overall.
Best overall.
So 5 different categories.
Yeah. Maybe just
Something a little
maybe
different this year.
smaller.
They're just little 12-inch trophies, but it's very cost effective and something to give for,
I know they probably don't want you spray painting like parking spots, but like if you get some like big chalk to like mark spaces so that people can kind of find their
Following
number
that, yes.
sequentially to be able to say like this is where your front end needs to be, this is where your back end
At the high
needs to
school, you're
be.
saying?
It's at the Robertson parking lot.
Well, we
Like,
moved it at the
we're,
high school
we're going
this
to the high
year
school this year.
because
Oh.
we can't do seconds, and we're making it bigger.
okay,
with
I
the
didn't
bigger
realize you
trucks.
changed the route.
So
Okay.
we're actually gonna use the Oktoberfest parade route, with the exception of when you get to Second Street, you're gonna be turning left on Second and going up Second Street through town, and then we'll end at the Knights of Columbus parking lot. So we'll leave the high school parking lot, come up Fifth Street, turn on Walnut, turn on Second, and then disperse.
I would definitely suggest chalk.
Yeah,
For the lineup, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're
'Cause I
still,
know that,
you're
like,
still
that's-
gonna be there?
Yeah, I'll be there.
yeah. Well,
Mhm.
we were talking about numbering this year. You
Yeah,
know,
I know
that
that
way.
like last year it was hard, you know, people like just
Yeah.
start plugging in, you know.
Yeah.
I know that like at the Oktoberfest, right, like we like have everybody
Yeah.
like with their spot so they know who to get there and they're kind of based on like Legos if you
Yes.
or maybe Tetris so that, you know,
That's
based
how
on
we kind of did it
how
when
it
we
is.
first get out there, but we didn't tell the people. So when we caught them by eye, we'd be like, "You're going to be behind this person and in front of this person." I'm hoping with the high school parking lot being one big parking spot, it will help with the you hold on, you come this way, you know, because trucks and like we have trucks and just lawn trailer type things. We had to hide them in the back to pull them, you know. So I'm hoping that will help a little bit.
So I would also in your communications make sure that you tell them like come in Airport Road or Prangy Way so that you have one entry point so that then you
Okay.
can put people in. Because if you have people trying to come
Multiple
in
places.
and then they're trying to do like a tight turn because they need to be back. So that's part of the Oktoberfest. We have one entry point so that everybody is like facing the same way and you're not having people that are trying to come in at multiple points.
That's Prangy Way now.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
You're
you.
bringing them in on the backside.
Yeah,
Yes.
like back where the band would be.
It just makes it easier so
Yeah.
that like you intercept people before instead of whereas if they try to come in like one of the entries, then if they're like early in the lineup, then they're trying to make that tight turn.
Yeah.
Whereas this will give them time to get in,
Yeah.
you know, kind of think about and for you to catch them where they need to be.
I like it.
Yeah,
Little parade wizard.
I know. She's full of knowledge on that.
So our biggest, since we're live and all that, our biggest thing is make sure you call in and register with us, because that's, if not, it makes our job a lot harder once we're there. If we get, I think a couple years ago, we had like 23 people.
Showed
Different
up at the
People
end.
show up at the,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, and we're like, okay, they weren't even registered, which, you know, it wasn't our fault. I'm glad people came, but I'd
Yeah.
rather them pre-register. It's no cost, you know, other than making a phone call, call in and let us know that you want to be a part of the parade. Make sure she got that. Zumba classes. So past year, Zumba's been free. Just got word, Jenna Hanks with Healthy Jackson County reached out to us, and that it will be HIC funded in 2025. So the Zumba classes will be free to the public again for 2025. Which is very exciting.
I thought that this was, when I looked at this earlier, that HIC was probably a typo. What is HIC?
Healthy something.
But it's not the Healthy
something-
Jackson County.
No, so.
Okay.
So Healthy Jackson County, if you remember back when we started doing the playgrounds, we had the IDOH grant, but then there was a sub-grant of HIC that was gonna do West Side Basketball Court. And well, that funding fell through. HIC has finally came back through the federal, however they did it, and was granted so much money. So since we already had the basketball courts and everything refinished, they decided to continue on with our Zumba.
Great.
Reservation.
Hey, hold on a second.
Yep.
What's the chances of getting those swim classes paid for like that? Like, did we have that option and they didn't pay? Because didn't we have, a couple of years ago, they paid for,
Like when
Or like-
Katrina was doing it at the pool.
like, I just feel like it's kind of waning off. Like in the summer, they have this huge, you know, like following and like, it's really, really cool to see that many people getting together. And I just wondered what it would be like if, if that was something that was accessible to more people. Cause I think it's like $7 or $8 each time, right?
The water, are they even still doing it right now, or
I don't know.
Cat does.
Yeah,
I
on
think so,
Wednesdays.
Still?
Wednesdays,
at
right?
the high
So,
school?
Yeah.
High school.
Okay.
I mean,
I
that's
think
like
it's maybe.
32 extra dollars a month for some people who needs
Uh-huh,
to,
uh-huh.
like, I realize, I mean, not everybody has an extra $32 to spend on themselves, so
We can,
I don't know if that's a
yeah, we'll
possibility.
definitely look into that. That's a good thought.
Ask them to show us some more money.
I mean, it's something that people that can't handle high impact, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, they can do it easily, so.
Is the turnout's typically greater at
Shields,
water,
yes.
the water,
Yeah.
right, versus Zumba?
Oh, I don't know, I haven't ever been to Zumba. I just know that, I would say
It's a
that,
good turnout.
Yeah, it's
They,
about 40, 50 people.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
At the community center?
well, during
It's,
those,
the weather's inclement, yeah. it'll be
but now
out
it's
there.
at the community
Yeah.
center,
Yeah.
once it breaks the
During the
weather, but
winter,
if not,
but
it's at Crossroads Park.
yeah.
and it might even be said to note that, like, I know it kind of feels like a barrier because they have to ride like a chair up the stairs because there's 2 levels or, you know, things of stairs, whereas they don't have that at the city pool. But there is still an option that it is handicapped accessible. And they also have a chair that will put them down in the water there also.
At the high school?
Mhm.
Okay.
That pool knowledge.
It's been a lot of years at that pool.
Okay, made a note.
Thank you.
Anything else on programs or league updates?
Can I just make a suggestion when it comes to kickball? I'm still thinking about that kickball. So I think we should still charge the same to play, but I think that we should, and maybe even also with the youth sports, I do think that we should maybe look at getting our costs down, maybe with the youth sports. You know, Presley does the softball, so this is my frame of reference, right? And every year she gets pants, socks, and a shirt. I just don't think all that's necessary, just to be quite frank. Can we not just think about maybe just doing a t-shirt?
Now, that's not our program.
We don't do baseball and softball.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
I know. I think that's the only one as far as, you know, we do the soccer.
It is.
We
Okay.
don't do
It
baseball,
is.
softball, or basketball.
You don't.
Yeah. We supply the field.
Would you like us to set up a meeting?
I would
with-
not. I would not, but thank you for asking. Kendra, appreciate that. No. Kickball's ours.
Yes, kickball is ours.
We don't need medals, is what I kept hearing last year.
Okay. For adults, kids.
Adults.
Adults, okay. Okay.
Because, yeah, I mean, I think when everybody left, there was still a pile that
Yeah,
people were
nobody
like, I
took
don't,
any.
maybe rein in the cost. Just forget it. Give a high five.
They're not much.
Okay, whatever.
But then they just sit in a drawer.
They do. I mean, yeah,
Okay.
just thinking.
Okay. We can do that. One less check off.
Uh-huh.
And just for record, if you buy them from the engraver, he can take that, the writing and replace it. So I know with the Oktoberfest 5K, when they buy them, like if it says one thing, he can like pop that out and put a new one in there so that they are reusable. So just don't think you have to throw them away if you do have a bunch laying
No.
around.
Yeah, we don't. And we actually quit putting the years on.
Yeah, because of
on
that.
them.
Oh.
That way we have them just.
So
Uh-huh.
the adult kickball medals were left over from last year, so we had no
Or maybe even
space
the year
this year.
before.
Fair enough. I don't think adults care. I'm sure kids care deeply.
Yeah,
Right.
it's kind of a big thing, especially like I've only done the soccer. I haven't done the kids kickball, but the soccer they're pretty pumped. when
Kids
it's-
for
I think
sure.
Allie can agree. She's done a
Uh-huh.
couple years of coaching of it
Yeah.
too, and it's kind
I'm,
of
I'm probably talking more about adults, don't
Yeah.
the medals. Keep those for the kiddies.
yeah, we can do that. He was just already in practice, so I was just
Sure.
flowing.
Sure. Just, yes, yeah, got you.
Any other comments, questions on programs or leagues? Okay. No reservation requests as of today. Miscellaneous business from the board.
I just wanted to let y'all know that we, as part of the Seymour Oktoberfest, we applied for the Jackson County Visitor Center grant for picnic tables.
Oh, yeah.
So during the Oktoberfest, we realized like we were had a substantial shortage of picnic tables, and Chad and team were really helpful to go to Brownstown and borrow some that Rock the Rhine had. Unfortunately, our people are a little too big for those tables, and we had several of them break, and we had to replace them. So the idea is for this grant is to be able to have the solid picnic tables and frames that we currently have, just to be able to provide new ones also.
You have a number on how many that is?
20.
Nice.
So those will be kept in the park throughout the year, and then parks, and then when it comes time, gather them up and bring them downtown.
Did you also order additional legs for the tables?
The frame, yeah. That's what was part of the quote was all of the boards, the kit for the screws, and the frames.
Okay.
How much is a picnic table?
Depends weight wise.
It was like
Say,
200.
how much money wise?
Yeah.
It was like $8,000 for all of them.
For 20, so $500 a piece, give or take.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're looking at
So,
$500-600.
For
But we don't
If
wanna-
they last,
I
it'll be
know.
awesome. but-
For sure. The woodworking class at the high school, do we want to ask them to help get their building hats on? Are they bored over the winter?
We got guys that can build them.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I actually, Jackson County Solid Waste District, I think I mentioned this the last meeting, they purchased enough poly boards, the composite boards, to build 4 tables to see how we like them. The guys picked up the boards today, and we'll be putting those 4 together very soon as samples, so to speak. And,
Composite, that fake lifetime wood, right? Like
Yep.
recycled plastic, yeah.
Right. And that, so you'll be seeing a bill to poly building, but yet we'll be getting reimbursed from Jackson County Solid Waste District, Debbie Hackman. So I thought that was nice of them to step up and help us again with the stuff.
For sure.
Anybody else?
No one out
If
there.
not-
See anybody in the audience, so
If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
4:42 p.m.
I think it's a record.
Woohoo! We'll have, oh, you seconded.
Yeah.
All in favor of adjourning, say aye.
I bet no one
Aye.
can leave. Go get us a paper to
Oh,
sign.
that's right. Do you know where I at?
All not in favor? Okay, December 9th, 4:00.
Wah, wah, wah. Where was Dave at? What was all those initials?
It's a Nerd Fest. It is a board game convention in
Board game.
Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like just big convention halls of board games,
Uh-huh.
but he calls that Gen Pop. So he's been in with this group that, like the manufacturer of a lot of the games. So he gets to go into like VIP rooms where
Oh.
he says there's not COVID, right? 'Cause